us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. Amen. Sergeant at Arms, can you ring the bell for 10 minutes? I see we don't have quorum. Sergeant at Arms, can you stop the bell ringing? We have quorum. So, good morning, members. We call into order this morning's sitting, and I'll call the clerk that we start the order paper.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Proceed, please.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, under this order, I have the following communication. First, I want to welcome all of you from the recess that you've just taken. I know it's been a busy period for you, but here again we have business that we need to transact that is pending before this house. And in addition, I want to believe that the various committees have been handling different bills at different stages. We have the Sand Harvesting Amendment Bill 2021. We have the Youth Empowerment Bill 2021. We have the Cultural Heritage Bill 2021. And we also have the State Officers Retirement Benefits Bill, which are ready which need to be ready, from the committees so that this house can process them, particularly before the Synod recess, which is for 31st of May 2022. Honorable members, I'll draw your attention also to the fact of the financial year 2022-2023 budget, which is as follows. Under Section 129(2)(a) of the Public Finance Management Act, the County Executive Committee member for Finance usually is supposed to submit to the County Assembly the budget estimates and supporting documents and any other bills required to implement the budget, except the finance bill. And all this is supposed to be done by 30th of April in the year that is under consideration. Members, you appreciate that you already passed the 30th of April, but the beauty is that it came at a time when all of us were on a long weekend holiday. And Section 129(3) of the Public Finance Management requires that each County Assembly clerk shall prepare and submit the County Assembly the budget estimates for the County Assembly, and a copy shall be submitted to the County Executive Committee member for Finance so that one county budget is prepared. Pursuant to these provisions, honorable members, the Executive Committee member for Finance and Economic Planning submitted to the Assembly the budget estimates for this county for the financial year 2022-23 on 28th April 2022. I guess that was the last day before the very long weekend that is just ended. Standing Order 2063 provides that upon being laid before the Assembly, the budget estimates shall be deemed to have been committed to the respective sectoral committees without question being put for each such committee to deliberate upon according to their respective mandates, honorable members. And further, Standing Order 2065 requires that the Budget and Appropriation Committee shall discuss and review the estimates and make recommendations to the Assembly, taking into account recommendations of the sectoral committees and the views of the County Executive Committee member responsible for finance and the public as well in a public participation hearing. So the budget estimates, honorable members, are hereby committed to the Budget and Appropriation Committee and also to the sectoral committees to Standing Order 206, 3, and 5. And further, honorable members, I draw your attention to the provisions of Section 131 of the Public Finance Management Act, which requires that the County Assembly shall consider the county government budget estimates with a view to approving them, and with or without amendments. And this is supposed to be done in time to prevent appropriation, so that the relevant appropriation law can also be prepared within time. And all this is supposed to be done by 30th of June of each year. Honorable members, you appreciate that this is the final year of this assembly. And because on 31st of May 2022, all assemblies will adjourn Synod, that is without a day of coming back until after the elections or until there's a special sitting which is called in by the Speaker according to the need of the time. I am urging all the committees and also the Budget and Appropriation Committee, which is to lead the process, that you process these budget estimates and that this be done at least by 31st of May 2022, meaning that we need to pass the budget and we need to pass also the Appropriation Act before 31st of May 2022. I draw your attention, honorable members, to the fact that the National Assembly passed their budget for the next financial year, I believe some date in March. So we need to follow suit and do the needful. The other communication, honorable members, is reports of the Auditor General. Article 2294B of the Constitution provides that within 6 months after the end of each financial year, the Auditor General shall audit and report in respect of that financial year on the accounts of all funds and authorities of the national and county governments. In addition, honorable members, 2295 article of the Constitution requires that the Auditor General may audit and report on the accounts of any entity that is funded from public funds. And further, Article 2297 of the Constitution provides that the audit reports shall be submitted to both Parliament and the relevant county assembly. This is in acknowledgement of the fact that the oversight role rests not only with the county assemblies but with the national parliament, particularly the Senate in the case of county governments that we are part of. Pursuant to these provisions, honorable members, the Assembly received the following reports of the Auditor General on different dates. 1, report of the Auditor General on the Kaviani Water and Sanitation Water Company for the year ended 30th June 2020. This was received on 5th of April 2022. Report of the Auditor General on the Municipal Council of Machakos Water and Sewerage Company Limited for the year ended 30th June 2022, received on 5th of April 2020, year ended June 2030. I'm correcting that. So the other report is of the Auditor General on the Municipal Council of Machakos Water and Sewerage Company Limited for the year ended 30th June 2018, and the same was received on 6th of April 2022. Accordingly, honorable members, the reports are committed to the Public Accounts and Investments Committee for scrutiny and preparation of a report for submission before the Assembly for the necessary approval by the Assembly. And the committee is required to report to the House within 90 days from the date of this communication pursuant to Article 2298 of the Constitution. Note, the period for reporting is set by the Constitution itself. And so, honorable members, that is the communication that I have for the time being. Let us move to the next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Proceed, please.
Order number 4, petitions.
Proceed.
Order number 5, papers.
All right. Honorable members, under this order, we have one business by Honorable Kalumu. Honorable Kalumu. And in his absence, any member who is in that committee, I see Honorable Irene. Welcome.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Honorable Irene Bivia, Special Elect Jubilee Party, and I'm here to hold brief for my Chairperson, Labour, Public Service and ICT Committee. Honorable Speaker, I wish to lay the following paper on the table of the Assembly today, 4th May 2022, the report of the Labour, Public Service and ICT Committee on allegations of corruption and abuse of office by some members of the Machakos County Public Service Board, CPSB. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Irene. Is it signed, the report? It is. Okay, it is signed. So the report is laid, honorable members, accordingly on the table of this House. It becomes property of the House. But I would ask that the table clerk shares that report immediately, particularly online. Let the members get it on WhatsApp. I understand the majority whip is able to facilitate that, as well as on the assembly website. And members, I'm asking you to read the report, and that when we come to process it in the afternoon today, we're not going to read the whole report, as is the tradition, but the person who will be guiding us on the report will be referring to several sections of it. And the assumption is that members will have read, because we want to take the shortest time possible. And of course, being objective, noting the nature of the allegations. And remember, they are made against a person. And it's always good to respect the rights of the person, give them due process or fairness that is possible. And the same thing goes to complainants. Each of them have a right that must be protected by you as a house. Please look at it so that in the afternoon we process it in the shortest time possible. Thank you. Mr. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable members, under this order we have again one business which is supposed to be prosecuted by Honorable Kalumu, but Honorable Irene has already done part of it. So I welcome Honorable Irene to prosecute that business. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Madam Speaker. Notice of motion. Honorable Speaker, that aware that Article 10, Sub-Article 2 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides for national values and principles of governance, such as the rule of the law, human dignity, equity, social justice, and human rights, among others, and which binds all state organs, state officer, public officers, and all persons whenever they apply, enact, or implement public decisions. Aware that Article 41, Sub-Article 1 and 2, A and B of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides that everyone has the right of fair labor practices, and that every worker has the right to fair remuneration and to reasonable working conditions. Further aware that Article 47 at Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides that every person has the right to administration action that is expeditious, efficient, lawful, reasonable, and procedurally fair. Aware that Article 47, Sub-Article 2 of the Constitution provides that if a right or fundamental freedom of a person has been or is likely to be adversely affected by administrative action, the person has the right to be given written reasons for the action. Aware that the Labour, Public Service and ICT Committee was tasked to investigate and respond back to the House on a statement sought on 12th October 2021, whereby some members of the County Public Service Board were accused of corruption and abuse of office in the process of recruitment, appointments, and promotion of officers in the County Public Service. Honorable Speaker, I wish to give notice of motion that this Honorable House discusses and approves the Labour, Public Service and ICT Committee report on allegations of corruption and abuse of office by some members of the Machakos County Public Service Board. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Irene. Mr. Clerk.
Order number 7, statements.
Honorable members, under this order, we have one business usually conducted by the senior most member in the assembly as at the time it is called out. I notice that the majority leader is not present. The minority leader is also not present, but I see that the chief whip is present. Honorable Chief Whip, can you prosecute that business?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Order number 7. Yes,
Yeah.
order number 7.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Statement on business of the House. I'm doing it on behalf of Honorable Mark Mwendo, Majority Leader, MCA Kinani Ward. Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee met on Monday, 25th April 2022 to prioritize business for the House pursuant to the provisions of the Standing Order number 151-5. The committee balloted business as follows. 1. Wednesday morning, 4th May 2022 at 10 a.m. A. Report of the Agriculture Committee on the status of Mutituni, Katoloni, and Kimutwa slaughterhouses by Honorable Moses Mita, Chairperson, Agriculture Committee. 2. Wednesday afternoon, 4th May 2022 at 2:30 p.m. A. Report of the Labor, Public Service and ICT Committee on allegations of corruption and abuse of office by some members of the Machakos County Public Service Board, that is CPSB, by Honorable Francis Kioko Kideka, Chairperson, Committee on Labor, Public Service and ICT. 3. Tuesday morning, 10th May 2022 at 10 a.m. A. The Machakos County Youth Empowerment Bill 2021 into brackets second reading by Honorable Geoffrey Kamulu, Chairperson, Youth PWDs, Women and Sports Committee. 4. Tuesday afternoon, 10th May 2022 at 2:30 p.m. A. The Machakos County Sand Harvesting into brackets Amendment Bill 2021, second reading by Honorable Robert Kisini, Chairperson, Environment, Lands, Energy and Natural Resources Committee. 5. Wednesday morning, 11th May 2022 at 10 a.m. A. The Machakos County Cultural Heritage Bill 2021 into brackets second reading by Honorable Betty Nzioki, Chairperson, Culture, Social Welfare and Tourism Committee. 6. Wednesday afternoon, 11th May 2022 at 2:30 p.m. A. The Machakos County Youth Empowerment Bill 2021 into brackets Committee of the Whole House by Honorable Geoffrey Kamulu, Chairperson, Youth PWDs, Women and Sports Committee. B. The Machakos County Youth Empowerment Bill 2021, third reading by Honorable Geoffrey Kamulu, Chairperson, Youth PWDs, Women and Sports Committee. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, this was done before the declaration of the holidays, so you would realize that we have kept. No, it's okay, Honorable Speaker, it's okay. Thank you.
That is in order, and thank you, Honorable Mita. Out of that business, honorable members, I just want to draw your attention to the fact that, as you see from the business that's already balloted, there is still quite a lot of work that you need to do in this last lap. And we just need to master all energy, much as we are also so busy, which we appreciate in the field. We try to get all energy and finalize this last lap in a proper manner. So whatever time you can, try and treat it come, because besides this, which is balloted, there's still a lot of other business, and one of which is even of your concern, the pensions bill. Perhaps when you come to look at it, you'll appreciate how much it relates to your welfare, as well as the welfare of other members of the county. And there's also the issue now of the budget, 2022-2023. So we still have a lot of work. Talk to your colleagues who are not here today. I have seen a note on my table that the minority leader has gone to check on the issue of placement of his child in school. I appreciate that this is also a week when parents are running up and down on education matters, and you are parents as well. But when you get the time, try and just be here so that we can prosecute the businesses properly. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 8, approval of reports on the status of Mutituni, Katoloni and Kimutwa slaughterhouses.
Thank you, honorable members. This is a business that is going to be conducted by Honorable Mita, the chairperson of the Agriculture Committee. Honorable Mita.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Approval of report on the status of Mutituni.
Honorable Mita, you don't like the table here. It looks better when you're on the table, when you're doing such a serious business as presenting a report.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
And I
Well
think
guided.
you read all of it. It's not a long report, and you are also a fast reader.
I'll first do the motion, Honorable Speaker,
Yeah, when
so
you
that
come
we
to
go.
the report.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honorable Speaker, that aware that the mission for the Department of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries in Machakos County is to promote innovative, commercially oriented and modern agriculture through development and enactment of enabling legal framework. Aware that Article 183(3) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides that the County Executive Committee shall provide the County Assembly with full and regular reports on matters relating to the county. Informed that in the exercise of the functions vested on County Assembly in Article 185(3) of the Constitution, the County Assembly through the Committee of Agriculture requested for the half-year performance report for the Department
I'm
of
not sure
Agriculture.
whether it is me, Honorable Mita, who is not hearing well, whether you're speaking loudly enough for it to be captured on the handset. Is it the handset or is it us? It's okay. All right, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You will appreciate that much of our energy is on the ground, so maybe.
Exhausted.
Okay. The county, let me repeat that paragraph. Informed that in the exercise of the functions vested on County Assembly in Article 185(3) of the Constitution, the County Assembly through the Committee of Agriculture requested for the half-year performance report for the Department of Agriculture for the fiscal year 2021-2022. Cognizant that pursuant to Standing Order 195, the committee analyzed the section of the report on the status of Mutituni, Katoloni, and Kimutwe slaughterhouses, conducted site visits, and consequently compiled a report. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that this Honorable House discusses and approves the report of Agriculture Committee on the status of Mutituni, Katoloni, and Kimutwe slaughterhouses. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to request Honorable Benedetta Mweni to second the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Mita. Honorable Mweni.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm Benedetta Mweni Musyoka, nominated by Wiper. I stand to second.
Thank you. I see we need to. I'm looking.
Thank you,
It's a
Honorable
short
Speaker.
one. You can
Yeah.
read all of it.
Yeah, I'll go through it. Report of the Committee on Agriculture on the status of Mutituni, Katoloni, and Kimutwe slaughterhouses, into brackets, a section of the half-year status report fiscal year 2021-2022. Madam Speaker, with your permission, I'll go to mandate of the committee. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Agriculture is established pursuant to the second schedule of the standing orders with a specific mandate to deal with all matters related to agriculture, including crop and animal husbandry, cooperatives, livestock sale yards, county abattoirs, plant and animal disease control, irrigation, fisheries, cooperative societies, and veterinary services. That is excluding regulation of the profession. 2. Committee composition. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Agriculture comprises of the following honorable members. 1. Honorable Moses Mita, Chairperson. Honorable Michael Mutiso, Vice Chairperson. Honorable Ikusia, Member. Honorable Benedetta Musyoka, Member. Honorable Mark Mwendo, Member. Honorable Geoffrey Kamulu, Member. Honorable Joshua Nzuki Muli, Member. Honorable Constance Zioki, Member. Honorable Anton Mulu, Member. Honorable Nicholas Mutuku, Member. Honorable Paul Nyanzi, Member. Honorable Rosina Kanini, Member. Honorable Tariq Mulatia, Member. Secretariat. Louis Kithuka and Masinda Mbuki. 4. Background. Honorable Speaker, due to the outcry of the farmers and residents who benefit from Kalama, Katoloni, and Mutituni slaughterhouses, and also concerned by the area members of County Assembly, that is MCS, the Committee on Agriculture made site visits to the above-mentioned slaughterhouses on a fact-finding mission on their status, the poor state of these facilities, and their unwillingness by the County government of Machakos, to ensure proper management of the slaughterhouses, has left the facilities in poor conditions, and like Mutituni, has become a health hazard to the community living within the area where the slaughterhouse is located, into brackets see Appendix 6 and 7. Further, the residents confirmed that their attempt to address the matter with the county government of Machakos was not taken seriously. The above state prompted the committee to visit the areas where these facilities are located to carry out an investigation on the issue in executing its mandate of the oversight bestowed to the Assembly by the Constitution. The Committee on Agriculture considered the complexity of this matter, and while confining itself to its specific mandate as provided in the second schedule of the standing orders, it came up with the following areas of concern to guide it in the inquiry on the status of the 3 slaughterhouses. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Agriculture looked into the following key areas of concern. 1. To determine budget implementation status on the Kalama, Katoloni, and Mutituni slaughterhouses facilities during the fiscal year 2018-2019 and in the fiscal year 2021-2022. 2. To find out the current status of infrastructure in the facilities. 3. Recommend appropriate interventions to improve the status of the facilities. 5. Committee site visit to Mutituni, Katoloni, and Kalama slaughterhouses. We start with Mutituni Slaughterhouse. Honorable Speaker, this slaughterhouse is located in Mutituni Ward within Mutituni Market. It serves a population of about 10,000 residents stroke farmers. The slaughterhouse is operational, though its status is wanting. The committee visited the slaughterhouse and made the following observations and recommendations. Observations. The slaughterhouse has flowing water through the general sanitation of the facility, though the general sanitation of the facility is poor. 2. The slaughterhouse slaughters 8 cows per day at 420 per cow, 10 goats per day at 150 per goat. 3. The slaughterhouse neighbors a church that has a school within its compound. 4. The slaughterhouse drainage system is poorly done and the lagoons are full and overflowing, which poses a risk to the public and more so to the children from the nearby school. 5. The trenches dug to channel water to the river are open and many a time overflows to the church compound, thus posing a health risk. 6. The drainage system which carries the wastes from the slaughterhouse is channeled to the river, thus causing pollution. 7. The pit latrine is sinking and produces a bad odor and is a danger to the public. 8. The slaughterhouse has a Muslim butcher who is not paid by the county government, but the farmers who bring in their animals for slaughter pay him for each slaughtered animal. 9. The slaughterhouse has no cleaning materials. The Department of Agriculture has not made provision for wheelbarrows, brooms, shovels, detergents, boots, and uniforms for the last 2 financial years. Recommendations. 1. The building is old and neglected. The Department of Agriculture should rehabilitate and expand the slaughterhouse since it serves the people of Mutituni and its environs. 2. The Department of Agriculture should construct a holding yard for inspection before slaughter. 3. General sanitation of the environment within the slaughterhouse should be improved. 4. The drainage system needs to be improved. The wastewater from the slaughterhouse needs to be piped to enable it to flow from the slaughterhouse to the sewers without spilling. 5. The county government should employ officers to man the slaughterhouse. This will relieve the burden of farmers paying a lot of money for the services and also ensure revenue collected from the facility is properly accounted for and channeled to county revenue officers. 6. The lagoons where the slaughterhouse empties waste are full and overflowing. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should facilitate draining of the lagoons frequently for it's a health hazard to the members of the public. 7. The slaughterhouse should be fenced off to ensure the facility and also ensure the safety of the public. We go to Kimutua Slaughterhouse. Honorable Speaker, this slaughterhouse is located in Kalama Ward next to the Kalama Market. It serves a population of about 5,000. The closure of the facility has had a negative impact on the farmers who have to seek services from Masi and Konza which makes it very expensive for the farmers. Observations. The slaughterhouse has not been in use for a long time, thus it has been neglected. The public reported that the slaughterhouse was closed down by NEMA due to non-payment of license by the county government. See Appendix 8 to 10. 2. The slaughterhouse is not fenced, thus making it vulnerable to vandalism and trespass. 3. The building has not been renovated for the last 5 years, as reported by members of the public who were bitter with the county government for failure to manage the facility to benefit the citizens of Kalama and its environment. 4. Most of the residents of the Kimutwa area take their cattle for slaughter in Konza and Masi slaughterhouses, which is again quite costly for the residents. Recommendations. 1. The slaughterhouse needs to be renovated and reopened for use by the public. 2. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should quickly address issues raised by NEMA and fast-track the process of reopening the facility for use. 3. Katoloni Slaughterhouse. Honorable Speaker, this slaughterhouse is strategically located in Kimakimwe/Muvuti Ward to serve mainly Machakos town area. It used to serve members of the public optimally when it was in operation. Due to its closure, it has made life very difficult for the farmers and members of the public seeking slaughter services who have to take their livestock further away for the same services. Observations. 1. The Katoloni slaughterhouse was abandoned in 2018 and has not been in operation. The committee conducted a site visit and confirmed this. See Appendix 11 to 16. 2. It has a modern structure which, if well managed, can serve Machakos optimally due to its location and convenience in terms of access. 3. The committee observed that the facility looked vandalized due to lack of officers to secure the facility. 4. That this facility is a key revenue stream that, if well facilitated and managed, can contribute towards attaining the expected revenue target for the county. 5. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should with immediate effect secure the facility through acquiring a title deed and fencing to avoid vandalism and trespass. Recommendations. 1. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should furnish the County Assembly with a detailed report on why the slaughterhouse has not been in operation since 2018-2019, even after the department clearly indicated renovations were done on the facility. 2. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should with immediate effect reopen the slaughterhouse for operations to serve members of the public. 3. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should with immediate effect secure the facility through acquiring a title deed and fencing to avoid vandalism and trespass. 6. Response from the Chief Officer on status of Mutituni, Kimutu, and Katoloni slaughterhouses. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Agriculture received submissions, both written and during a sitting from the Chief Officer, Department of Agriculture and Food Security on the status of Kalama, Katoloni, and Mutituni slaughterhouses. Honorable Speaker, the following were the responses. Mutituni slaughterhouse. Honorable Speaker, the committee engaged the Chief Officer, Department of Agriculture and Food Security on the dilapidated status of Mutituni slaughterhouse, aware even though the slaughterhouse generates a lot of revenue, it is not adequately considered when funds are requisitioned to renovate the facility. During a committee site visit, it was noted there were no staff at the facility. Upon inquiry from members of the public, the committee gathered that a Muslim butcher who is not paid by the county government but the farmers who bring in their animals for slaughter pay him for each slaughtered animal in the slaughterhouse. Honorable Speaker, the Chief Officer informed the committee that the facility has 4 staff, that is 1 meat inspector, 2 revenue staff, and 1 cleaner. She justified their absence by saying that these officers, except for the cleaner, usually visit other slaughterhouses within that area, up to Kangundo and Tala. Honorable Speaker, the committee sought to find out from the Chief Officer how much revenue is generated by the slaughterhouse. The committee established that the slaughterhouse generates between 170 Kenya shillings to 200,000 1,000 Kenya shillings per month. Honorable Speaker, during a site visit to the slaughterhouse, the committee found that it is a health hazard. When confronted with this, the chief officer informed the committee that the department has not been receiving funds from the Department of Finance, even after requisitioning to carry out renovations for the facility. Honorable Speaker, due to the bad status of the slaughterhouse, the committee recommended immediate closure of the facility for renovations to at least a level that it will not endanger the lives of people within its vicinity, especially school-going children who school next to the slaughterhouse. Honorable Speaker, the reopening of Katoloni Slaughterhouse was recommended earlier. Honorable Speaker, the reopening of Katoloni Slaughterhouse as recommended earlier will ensure the smooth running of slaughter services to the people of Machakos. Honorable Speaker, the committee also sought to find out from the Chief Officer status of land ownership where the slaughterhouse is constructed. The response was that the lands belong to the county government. Further, fencing has not been done due to lack of funds. Kimutwa Slaughterhouse. Honorable Speaker, the committee sought to find out why the Department of Agriculture and Food Security has neglected the Kimutwa Slaughterhouse, given the fact that it has the potential to serve a large population in Kalama Ward. The Chief Officer responded that this was due to lack of cash flow from the Department of Finance to facilitate proper maintenance of slaughterhouses within Machakos County. Honorable Speaker, the committee also sought to find out what led to the closure of the slaughterhouse, given the fact that it's no longer in use. The Chief Officer, Department of Agriculture and Food Security, informed the committee that closure was occasioned by an inspection which was carried out by NEMA, which declared the slaughterhouse unfit due to poor sanitation, lack of effluent discharge facility, poor waste disposal, among other issues. See attached NEMA report, Katoloni Slaughterhouse. Honorable Speaker, the Chief Officer, Department of Agriculture and Food Security, informed the committee that the budget for the slaughterhouses fiscal year 2018-2019 was Kenya shillings 2.5 million, and in that financial year, Northridge Logistics was the contractor given the tender to carry out renovation works. Honorable Speaker, further, the Chief Officer, Department of Agriculture and Food Security, provided the committee with details of bill of quantities of renovation works that were to be done at the slaughterhouse. See attached BQs. The contractor carried out the renovations as per work specifications, which were ratified by the Machakos County Department of Public Works. See attached report from Public Works. Honorable Speaker, thereafter the contractor was paid 1,523,607 shillings and a balance of 683,470 is still pending. See attached payment voucher copy. Honorable Speaker, the committee sought to find out why the slaughterhouse told even after the county government spent 1,523,607 shillings on renovations in the fiscal year 2018-2019 as per records provided by the Department of Agriculture and Food Security. The Chief Officer informed the committee that the Department of Finance did not process payment of the balance of Kenya shillings 683,704 to the contractor, after which the contractor declined to hand over the facility to the department. Honorable Speaker, the committee noted with a lot of concern that this is a waste of public funds and recommended sanctions on officers implicated. Honorable Speaker, the Chief Officer was non-committal on when the slaughterhouse can be reopened. Further, the Chief Officer, Department of Agriculture and Food Security, informed the committee that the land where the slaughterhouse is located belongs to the county government and fencing off of the slaughterhouses has not been done because of lack of funds. 7. General observations by the committee. 1. The county government of Machakos has neglected the 3 sampled slaughterhouses. See the appendixes. 2. The land in which the slaughterhouses are located is not well demarcated, rather fenced, which exposes the facility to vandalism and trespass. 3. The county government of Machakos has not put in place proper record keeping and revenue collection for for the slaughterhouses that is operational. Let me repeat. 3. The county government of Machakos has not put in place proper record keeping and revenue collection for the slaughterhouse that is operational. 4. There is no proper staffing at the slaughterhouse that is operational. In some incidences, the members of the public engage someone to carry out the slaughtering of an animal at a minimal fee. 5. There was an outcry by members of the public on the issues of poor maintenance of the available slaughterhouses and closure of the once vibrant slaughterhouses, forcing them to seek services from private slaughterhouses within, which is expensive for them. 8. Committee recommendations. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should demarcate and fence off the slaughterhouses to ensure the safety of the members of the public and also the security of the premises. 2. In the case of Mutituni Slaughterhouse, the committee recommends that the Department of Agriculture and Food Security close the slaughterhouse pending rehabilitation of the whole facility within a month. This decision was informed by a site visit that was carried out by the committee on a fact-finding mission. See attached photos, that is Appendix 1 to 7. 3. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security, in collaboration with other relevant departments, should, with immediate effect, establish proper record keeping so as to ensure that there is proper documentation of the number of animals slaughtered and how much revenue is generated for proper accountability, and seal loopholes of corruption. 4. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should with immediate effect deploy adequate staff to man the slaughterhouses so as to ensure quality service delivery and accountability. 5. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should ensure that where the slaughterhouses are located, there is an adequate holding yard for animals awaiting slaughter and is located far from buildings used for industrial, commercial, and residential purposes. 6. The committee recommends immediate reopening and operationalization of Katoloni Slaughterhouse. 7. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should come up with the humane ways of slaughtering animals. 8. The committee noted with a lot of concern that the Department of Agriculture and Food Security is unable to manage slaughterhouses within the county, so it recommends that the Department of Agriculture and Food Security explore the option of a public-private partnership for county-owned slaughterhouses to enhance service delivery to the farmers. 9. The Department of Agriculture and Food Security should conduct public participation to assess viability before setting up a slaughterhouse in the future. 9. Conclusion. Honorable Speaker, slaughterhouses, abattoirs, slaughter slabs, and meat processing plants are important components in meat processing. The committee, in its mandate, sought to establish the status of county-owned slaughterhouses following an outcry by members of the public. From its finding, it's evident that the safety of meat consumed by our people is not assured. Therefore, the implementation of this report will bring some rationale to the management of the county slaughterhouses. I wish also to express my appreciation to the honorable members of the committee who actively contributed towards the preparation and production of this report. On behalf of the Committee on Agriculture, it is my pleasure and privilege and honor to present to this House the report of the Committee on the status of Katoloni, Kalama, and Mutituni slaughterhouses for discussion and adoption. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm Moses Mita, Chairman Committee. Honorable Speaker, attached there are pictures on the status of the slaughterhouses when the committee members visited the areas, and also to some extent the pictures, Honorable Speaker. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Mita. So, honorable members, the report having been read to you, I now propose the question that this House discusses and approves the report of the Committee of Agriculture on the status of Mutituni, Katoloni, and Kimutwa slaughterhouses. Honorable members, I invite you to debate the motion. Honorable Helen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stand here first and foremost to congratulate the committee headed by Mheshimiwa Mita, the Committee on Agriculture, which I think has done a very well report of findings of the status of our slaughterhouses within the Katoloni, Mutituni, and personally, I think I feel disappointed to listen to the report. It's very well written, but it's very disappointing because at this time and age, what Mheshimiwa Mita read for us should have been happening 30 years ago, not after Machakos County got a government almost 9.5 years ago. My question is, the Department on Agriculture, it is not an excuse for them to come and tell us that they never get funding from the Ministry of Finance. Because then why have they employed people? What is their work? Why are they paid? What are they paid to do? When our people are suffering by eating meat that they don't even know whether it is properly inspected, it's slaughtered in very unhealthy conditions. It's very sad that this is happening in Machakos. In fact, the environment, the Department on Environment should close all of them and insist that meat served in Machakos County come from the Kenya Meat Commission, which was also in the same county. Because if we are not able to man, we cannot even construct, we cannot even control the dirt from the Abattoirs. It's very serious. It's a very serious matter. So mine is just to say that it's unfortunate, and I pray that the county government this time round sets enough funding to ensure that these abattoirs are brought to standards. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Mweni.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm Bendeta Mweni Musyoka, nominated by Wiper. I'm a member in the agriculture. Mine is to say that next in government, which is coming, to put money for civic education to the members outside there. Because even some of the members here who are having slaughters in their area, they are asking them about the slaughters. Even Mheshimiwa Kisini, I think he cannot come back because of that. There are people there, they are complaining so much. So the important thing, Madam Speaker,
don't be a messenger of bad news in this house.
Even not bad is the truth, but the best thing, Madam Speaker, is to put money for civic education for the people of Machakos to know the work of the MCS and the work of the government, that is governor, so that they can be knowing who is wrong. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
So that is a matter, thank you, Honorable Mweni, that's a matter that the members will also look into, because you've just been given the budget for 2022-2023. And that's a critical point to address. Honorable Kieti.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm Cosmas Kieti. I represent Lower Kara and Kan Ward. Madam Speaker, I will start by congratulating my brother, Honorable Mita, the Chair, Agriculture, who has taken us through the report, a well-researched report. And I would like to say that one time I was invited to a site visit on agriculture to one of the slaughterhouses. The good story is that when you visit there, the people who the attendants are very much committed to ensure that they give the right services to the citizens. But the sad story is that the environment is not conducive where the slaughtering and where the meat is being prepared. So, Madam Speaker, having a community that is committed to serve its citizens and having a government that is burying its head on the sand and not listening to the cries of the public is very sad. So, Madam Speaker, I would like to support the recommendations of the committee on what should be done to ensure that the slaughterhouses are put in good condition so that the meat that comes from such places is fit for human consumption. Otherwise, at the moment, the slaughterhouses are not places where anyone can visit and come out laughing. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Kieti. Honorable Kisini. You have a slaughterhouse in your ward, which we also have in a sorry state of affairs.
Yes, Madam Speaker. I first want to congratulate the chairman and the committee for the good work they have done and for bringing that report, which has really exposed what is happening in all our slaughterhouses. You've heard from the report, even some have been abandoned, and that they cannot be run and produce or give good quality services or meat to the public. Mr. Speaker, I want to echo and say that similarly, as the 3 slaughterhouses have been said, at my place, it is also very pathetic at Machaco, whereby it serves all the entire Machaco sub-county, whereby it also slaughters camels. Lack of water, lack of electricity, lack of hygiene, and everything, Madam Speaker. So I would suggest that it has been said, the next government puts in place money to upgrade these slaughterhouses and put them into a good hygienic condition, which will enable our people get quality meat. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Kisini. Honorable Kingori.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want also to congratulate the team that came with this report, but I also want to say that we need to give solutions always when you are also giving reports. And one of the solutions I want to propose is that we need to privatize those institutions, those abattoirs, so that we can have good services from the public. And also, Madam
Point of information, Honorable Speaker.
I know the information, Honorable Mita, you are passing. I have seen in your report a proposal that there be a private-public partnership so that there is a privatization of some sort. Honorable Kingori,
yes,
you want to proceed?
I do understand. I also saw that. That's why I came with a definite one of giving it that without giving the government part of it, we give it to the private sector for it to be operating.
So the
those
the committee provided a solution.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Proceed then.
Secondly, I also want to say that even if you want to come with good report, we also to deal with labor, which is dealing with those people. I think we need to change the whole system in the agricultural center, including the CCs and CEO. All those departments should be revitalized and given new faces, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Kingori. Honorable members, I call upon the mover of the motion to reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to take this opportunity first to thank my colleagues for the healthy discussion we have held. Honorable Speaker, I also want to thank your office for enabling us to traverse in the mentioned wards. Honorable Speaker, the report is very clear. Issues related to abattoirs in Machakos County, the county abattoirs, or else the slaughterhouses, has been neglected, Honorable Speaker. And I think the reason why these abattoirs or the slaughterhouses are suffering is because there is no defined responsibility in the departments of the county government. Because, Honorable Speaker, you find that for the slaughterhouses to be fully operationalized, each department need to act. There is Department of Agriculture, Honorable Speaker, which handles matters related to finances. There is also a Department of Health, Honorable Speaker, which also handles matters related to inspection, meat inspection. There is also a Department of Environment, Honorable Speaker. And I think the executive need to come up with clear guidelines, Honorable Speaker, on how successfully these slaughterhouses can operate. But meanwhile, Honorable Speaker, the issue of private-public partnership, Honorable Speaker, for success of these slaughterhouses to be achieved in the county, that need to be the priority, Honorable Speaker. So I hope, because funds are being committed, Honorable Speaker, as you have seen the one in Machakos town, it was given for renovations were done, Honorable Speaker, and only little amount which has been pending is the one which is causing that slaughterhouse not to operate, Honorable Speaker. So that tells there is much of negligence, or else there is no priority being given to these facilities, Honorable Speaker. And I hope that, as Honorable Mweni has stated, that the coming government, Honorable Speaker, will see the need to improve on the status of these slaughterhouses, because you know they handle food, and it's very important that we give priority on hygiene on whatever is consumed by our people. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to thank everybody who has been involved in the preparation of this committee, and I wish them well. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Mita. Honorable members, I now put the question that this House discusses and approves the report of the Committee of Agriculture on the status of Mutituni, Kataloni, and Kimutwa slaughterhouses. As many as of the opinion say aye. Aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. So, honorable members, at this point, the sitting of the morning part today stands adjourned. The sitting of the House will continue on the 4th day of May 2022 at 2:30 p.m. That is today. Thank you.